Hello everyone, I am Gyan and you are learning computer science with Python for class 11. In this video we are going to learn about creating dictionary. We are going to learn various ways of creating dictionary in Python. The first way to create a dictionary is initializing a dictionary. In this method, you create a dictionary variable, say d1, and in between the opening and closing curly brackets, you write your set of name value pairs. You write like name colon John, salary colon 10,000, age colon 24. So this is the one way to create a dictionary. Just you write the dictionary with all the name value pairs to create a dictionary. We all know that these three are elements of the dictionary. The value at the left of column is called a key and the value at the right of column is called a value. Okay, so the data at the left of column is a key and data at the right of column is a value. So you have multiple key value pairs are present in the dictionary. One point you should notice that any immutable data type can be a key of a dictionary, and any data type either mutable or immutable, any data type can be a value of dictionary. So keys can only be immutable data type and values can be any data type. That means a list cannot be used as a key. Let's try to create a dictionary by using the initialization method. D1 is equal to name John, salary 10,000, age 24. Press enter and this is the D1. If you try to find length of D1, it will give you 3 because there are only 3 elements and all the elements are having separate key and value pairs. A key and a value are separated by colon. Let's try to use a mutable data type as a key. D1 is equal to, let's use mutable data type list as a key. The value is 1 to 3 and tuple is a immutable data type. The value is 456. Press enter and it throws an error. Says unhashable type this object. You are getting an error because of a mutable data type has been used as a key. List has been used as a key. Just convert it into a tuple. Just convert it into a tuple. And your error will be gone. Now tell me, if I try to print the dictionary D1, what I expect to get? If I try to print the dictionary D1, only one element will appear. That is this element. Why? Because keys are same and you know that the keys cannot be duplicate. So Python keeps the key, but Python keeps the latest value assigned to that key. So first the key 123 was assigned with a value 123, but further the value of the key 123 has been updated to 4, 5 and 6. Press enter and here you got your dictionary with just one element 123 in a tuple as its key and 456 in a string. The other way to create a dictionary is dist method. Dist method. The dist method can be used in multiple ways in order to create a dictionary. So let's use dist method in its various different forms one by one. If I write d1 is equal to dict dist and I do not pass any argument to the dist method, then the dist method will create an empty dictionary with nothing inside it. And further, you can add different elements inside the dictionary pointed by D1. How you can add? Let's try. You can write D1 in between opening and closing square brackets. You write the key. Suppose that I am writing the key 1 is equal to, and whatever value you want, you write it here. Press enter, type D1, and here your first element got added with its key and value pairs. Again, try D1, type here hi is equal to 12.34 as its value. Type D1 and here you got the second element in your dictionary. So you can keep on adding various elements to a dictionary like this. So if you use dist method without any argument, it will create an empty dictionary, and later you can add various key value pairs like this to your dictionary. Whatever you write inside the opening and closing square bracket, that is a key, and whatever you write at the right hand side of the equals, that is the value. This is the key and this is the value. An empty dictionary can be created by using opening and closing curly brackets. This is another way of creating empty dictionary. But let's continue our study of dist method and use the various other forms of dist method. Let's use another form of the dist method. Type D1 is equal to dist, and you should write various key is equal to value pairs here, like name is equal to John. Notice here that I am not using colon here, I am using equal to, and name has not been enclosed in between single quote or double quote. Now you write age is equal to 24, salary is equal to 10,000. Press enter, and this is my D1. Getting it? So whatever I am writing at the left of equal sign, that will be treated as a string key. Okay, a string key. Getting me? And whatever the data you write after the equal sign, that will be treated in the form of the data. But whatever you are writing in the left of equal sign, that will be treated as a string key. Here you cannot create any key of any other data type. If you try to create a key of other data type, you will get an error. Let's try it. If I try to create a key of integer data type, I should be ready to get an error. Because here in this case, the Python is not treating this 1, 2, 3 as a string. Okay, so here you should write only alphanumericals or alphabetical values that can be converted to the string, that can be treated as a string, that does not mean anything else apart from a string. Only those values should be used at the left hand side of equal sign, and those values should not be enclosed between double quote or single quote. So if I write here D1 is equal to dist, name is equal to John, age is equal to 24, A123 is equal to 10,000, press enter, this is perfect because A123 is now treated as a string. The other way of using dist method is, let's create D1 is equal to dist, and let's provide a complete dictionary inside the dist method. Like in the double quote, name colon John, comma, age colon, age should be quoted in double quote here, age colon 24, comma 123 colon 10,000. Here 123 as a key is allowed because we are providing a full-fledged dictionary to the dist method. Press enter, type D1, and here we are. Look at the difference between two uses of dist method. Here we are providing name is equal to value at different arguments of the dist method, and here we are providing a full-fledged dictionary to the dist method. D1 is equal to dist. In the arguments of dist method, provide a list of list. In the first tuple, write name, comma, John. In the second list, write age, comma, 24. In the third list, write 123, comma, 10,000. So in the dist method, I am providing a list. The list has three different lists. All these sublists are having key value pairs. The first list has the key name, value John. The second list has the key age, value 24. The third list has the key 123, value 10,000, something like that. Press enter and here you got your dictionary. So this is another way of creating a dictionary by using dist method. Here also you can use any immutable data type as a key and any data type as a value. Instead of using here list of list, you can use tuple of tuple for the same purpose. Like I can use a tuple of tuple for the same purpose. This is the most enclosing tuple. Inside the most enclosing tuple, I have three more tuples. One tuple, second tuple, and third tuple. Press enter, type D1, and I created a dictionary. The other way to use dist method is something more interesting. You write here D1 is equal to dist. Inside the dist, provide another method called zip method. What zip method does, it accepts two tuples as their arguments. One tuple, comma, second tuple. So zip method accepts two tuples as their arguments. Whatever the data you want as your key, provide it here. In the first tuple, name, age, and 123. And whatever the data you want as your value, provide in the second tuple. John, age, 120, 10,000. Press enter and this is your dictionary. As we already have seen, we can create an empty dictionary and further we can add various elements to that dictionary. Even after a dictionary has been fully created, you can create a new element in that dictionary with apple as its key and ball is equal to ball as its value. Press enter, type D1 and here you got your dictionary with one more element where apple is the key and ball is the value. Here in the case of zip method, the first data in the first tuple as a key gets associated with the first data in the second tuple as a value. The second data in the first tuple as a key gets associated with second data in the second tuple as a value. The third data in the first tuple as a key gets associated the third data in the second tuple as a value. This is what happens with the zip method. There is one more way to create a dictionary, that is by using from key method. What is this from key method? Let me create a dictionary by using from key method. D1 is equal to write dict dot from key. From keys actually, from keys. And in the argument of the method from keys, you are going to have two values. The first value is going to be a list which will contain all the keys you are going to have in your dictionary. And as a second element of the from keys method, you are going to write a value, the value 100. What is going to happen here is the value 100 will get associated with all the keys in this argument. Okay, that means 100 as a value will be associated with all the keys 2, 4, 6 and 8 in the dictionary. Press enter, type D1 and you can see that a dictionary has been created where the value 100 got associated with all the keys. If you do not provide any value as the second argument of from keys method, then a none will be associated with all the keys. Here, as you see here, a none has been associated with all the keys. So hopefully you got different ways of creating a dictionary. In Python. In the next video, we will see how to access different elements of a dictionary. See you in the next video.